So we look at our list of common diagnoses. So they're on our website. So we have alcohol and various kinds of drugs, and which includes prescription drugs. Then we have PTSD and anxiety and depression. Trauma is something that's now really coming into the spotlight. And we have to look at what is the common theme? What are the commonalities? And the commonalities is that most of those things are symptoms. So if we look at including anxiety and depression, while anxiety and depression might be diagnosable mental illnesses, they are absolutely symptoms of something else, whether they're biological, and we've covered that, or whether they're from some kind of stress. So they're symptoms. So in order to get to the symptom, we've got to get to the underlying cause of that. And as I said, that can either be biological, so inflammation, something going wrong in the body that can throw our brain chemistry off and cause depression and anxiety, or it can be an emotional upset that happened, an unprocessed wound that gets relegated to the unconscious mind that gnaws at us. So I just imagine having something gnawing at you. Of course, I'm going to have to soothe that somehow. And it's outside of my awareness. So even Bill Wilson said that alcohol is but a symptom. And it is but a symptom because always there's an underlying cause. Always. So if we look at alcohol, so let's just take alcohol because it's socially acceptable in the United States. The thing about alcohol is it has the highest social cost, the greatest amount of fatalities, the greatest economic drain to our economy. Alcohol is the most toxic drug there is exponentially. So it's interesting that it's the drug that's legal. I can go buy it in a gas station right around the corner. And the thing about alcohol is that it's a solvent and it begins to damage the cells systemically, and we become addicted to it. And then now we have a physical addiction. So when people come and we have an alcohol issue, first thing we have to do is deal with the physical dependency. And so that's called withdrawal. And withdrawal can be very painful because I've taken a long time to have my cells adapt to an alcohol environment. And then when I suddenly take them away, my cells rebel because they're uncomfortable. So we have to control that in the most comfortable way. So we typically send people to a very nice detox unit that we refer people to. Then beyond that, we have to get to the protracted part. It's like, okay, so now I'm feeling better. And this is where people typically leave off after a month of treatment. They're feeling better, but they're typically feeling, about as good as average. They never feel great. So my chances of going back and using more alcohol when I'm stressed, if I'm feeling average compared to feeling amazing, are substantially greater. So the alcohol piece, again, we're looking at the underlying issues. Why would I go and do something to hurt myself? Because if you loved yourself, you wouldn't be pouring a solvent down your throat, period. So what we have to do is find out where don't we care about ourselves? What makes me feel bad about myself? And interesting, many people have these good lives with all the trappings. If you look at myself, I had everything that a person could want, and I was totally miserable, and I could not understand why, and that just made me feel even worse and drank even more. So this is what we have to get to if we want to free ourselves from our alcohol habit.